Let's continue looking at the factoring. But what I want to focus on in these videos is that possible GCF. And all the ones that we're looking at today do have a GCF. They do have that greatest common factor. That's not going to be the case in all of them, but for now it will be. So the first thing I realize is I have a 4 out front here as a coefficient. Well, if I have a 4 for a coefficient, I'm going to ask myself right away, can I do anything with those numbers where there is a simplifying happening? In this case, 52 and 144 are both divisible by 4, which means I'm going to factor that 4 out. And for now, you can assume that's going to happen. It won't be the case later, but for now, we can assume that's going to happen. And remember, when you factor a number out, it's basically division. So 4p squared, if I divide out of 4, you're going to end up with 1p squared. 52 divided by 4 is 13. 144 divided by 4 is 36. Bring the 4 along, forget it exists, just move it down. And now all I'm focusing on is factoring this piece right here. So now I'm factoring a trinomial, 3 terms, with a coefficient, leading coefficient of 1, because it's 1p squared. If that's the case, you focus your energy right here. So we're going to take that 36. We are going to make our factors of 36. We have 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, 6 and 6. Because of this plus sign right here, we're asking ourselves which of these numbers add to 13. And the pair is going to be 4 and 9. So I take my p squared, I split the p's. I take the 4 and the 9, I'm going to write them in. Now, also because of this plus sign, I'm going to have the same signs, which either means I have 2 plus signs or I have 2 minus signs. Since this is a minus, I have 2 negatives here. Okay, so that's one example. Down here, same idea. I have that leading 5, so I say, can I divide out 5? Well, yes, I can, because every one of these terms is divisible by 5. 5 divided by 5, 10 divided by 5 is 2, 600 divided by 5 is 120. I bring the 5 along, forget he exists, just move him down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on this 120. So 1 and 120, that should be the easy ones. Since it's even, I know 2 goes into it. If a calculator, you need a calculator at this point. Does 3 go into 120 evenly? Yes, it does. Does 4 go in evenly? Yes, it does. 5 goes in evenly. 6 goes in evenly. 8 goes in evenly. And 10 goes in evenly. Then the list is going to repeat itself, so you don't have to go any farther. Now, also here, once I make all my factors, I'm looking at this sign right here. It's a minus sign, so I'm thinking subtraction. Which of these pairs are 2 apart? Well, hopefully it's pretty obvious it's those 2. So I'm going to split my k's. I know I need the number 10 and I need the number 12. Because this is a minus sign, I'm going to have opposite signs. I'm going to have 1 plus sign and 1 minus sign. Since this is negative, think about it. Do you want 10 minus 12? Or do you want 12 minus 10? Well, since it's negative 2, I want this, which means I want the negative sign with the 12 and the positive sign with the 10. I know you guys can handle this. Let me know if you have any questions.